Luke Roman is a real estate agent with a very peculiar side hustle. He talks to the dead. But his conversations aren't with just anyone. He works for Death herself, who appears as a woman in a red coat named Madison. She needs favors, helping troubled souls who are having a hard time moving on. Today's client is Raymond Paget, an old man who can't cross over. Luke finds him lingering in his old house, a place Luke himself sold a few years back. With the universe waiting, Raymond is stuck on something trivial. He can't find his lucky pen. This pen holds immense sentimental value. He signed his marriage license and his first mortgage with it. Luke, ever the patient helper, searches the office and finds the pen nestled between the baseboard and a rug. He offers Raymond a choice: bury the pen at the cemetery or give it to Jenny, his favorite nurse at the assisted living facility, so she can use it for her own special moments. Raymond chooses the latter, a final act of kindness, and peacefully moves on. Back at the office, the living have their own problems. Luke's agency, Roman Ireland, is in a bind. His colleague, August, has just been unceremoniously fired from a corporate job, escorted out by security. They desperately need a new research associate, but the best candidate is unconventional. August knows a young man named Tag, a brilliant freelancer who plays an online RPG with him on Thursdays. The only problem? Tag is a recluse who never ever leaves his apartment. They arrange a video conference. Tag is an eccentric genius, rattling off his experience with everything from tech support to troubleshooting submarines. He describes his knowledge with vivid, bizarre analogies, like an 18-armed Hindu goddess riding a snorkeling tiger. Luke explains the job involves digging into property histories, mythology, and metaphysical anomalies. Tag is unfazed. He boasts of his connections to every archivist and historian in the area, confident he can find anything from inside his room. Despite his brilliance, Luke is hesitant, telling Tag they need someone more mobile, and ends the call. Meanwhile, Luke's business partner Susan is dealing with a major developer, Keith, who is frustrated by permit delays for a demolition. He is missing a soil survey from 18 months ago, and any delay will cost a fortune. Susan assures him they'll handle it, and heads to the property to check on the house, which has suffered from vandalism. This is where Tag decides to prove his worth. He calls Susan, having already hacked her car's GPS to know her location. He provides the exact data from the missing soil survey, emailing her the complete report before she can even give him her address. Then he drops a bombshell. There was a murder, suicide on the property 70 years ago, and cheekily tells her that mobility is highly overrated. Susan enters the barn on the property and finds Keith lying on the ground, unconscious. Suddenly, she is locked in. A menacing figure, the ghost of a farmer named Ike, attacks her, calling her banker. In a panic, Susan calls Tag for help, providing the gruesome details of the past tragedy. Ike and his wife Margaret lost the farm, and the bank sent a man with an eviction notice who was never seen again. That night, Ike killed Margaret before killing himself. Susan asks Tag a critical question: do crows eat milo, the crop grown there at the time? Tag confirms most birds don't. Susan has a horrifying realization about what happened to the original banker and sees the ghosts advancing on her. Just in time, Luke arrives. He finds the original eviction notice stuffed inside a scarecrow, the remains of the banker inside. He confronts the ghosts, pretending to be from the bank and claiming there was a bookkeeping error. He cancels the eviction, telling them the farm is still theirs, then burns the notice, finally setting their spirits free. While Luke is a hero to the dead, he is powerless in the face of death's rules for the living. A kind single mother named Isabel, whom Luke helped buy her dream house, has suddenly died. She was finally getting a fresh start, a new job, a new home, and was full of hope. Luke is devastated and confronts Death, begging her to take someone else, someone old or mean. Death is unmoved. She coldly states, "It was her time, and when it is your time, you have to go." Luke then has to perform his saddest duty, convincing Isabel's spirit to move on. She refuses to go, worried about her son Gregory and the life she is leaving behind. Luke reassures her that Gregory will be loved by her family and will never forget the strong woman who raised him. He explains that staying as a ghost never ends well for anyone involved. With a heavy heart, Isabel finally accepts her fate, says goodbye, and walks into the light with Madison. Unbeknownst to them all, a powerful entity named Malik is watching Luke. He wants to possess him, seeing his connection to the other side as a gateway to a whole new territory. He believes Luke has a weakness, an Achilles heel, and he is determined to find it. After a hellish week, the Roman Ireland team regroups. They create a scholarship fund for Isabel's son, and Susan officially announces that Tag, despite his mobility issues, is their new research associate. Later, Susan and Luke share a moment of vulnerability. Traumatized by her ghostly encounter and grieving her own mother, she breaks down. Luke, still raw from his own losses, comforts her, simply saying, "I am right there with you." Their partnership, forged in grief and ghosts, is stronger than ever.